Hey guys, welcome to Crypto Mining Insider. Today we're going to be demonstrating dual coin mining of Ethereum and TONCOIN on full hash and light hash rate cards. If you haven't already subscribed, smash down on that subscribe button so you're notified of future videos and show your support for our channel. It really means a lot to us. So stick with me. I'm going to keep doing this till you press subscribe. Thank you. Get started. If you've already created your TON wallet and decided on the mining server you're going to be using to mine TON and registered it back on your wallet, you're all set. You can skip ahead to the next chapter. But if you're like me when I first started, I needed to create a new TON wallet as well as register the mining pool onto the wallet and to be able to use it and mine TONCOIN. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how I did that. I went to ton.org/wallets. So within this page, I just went to the web wallet, and web wallet then opened up and it gave me the opportunity to create a new wallet. So with that done, I created a new wallet. It says, congratulations, your TON wallet has just been created. Only you can control it. So I'll click on continue and it gave me 24 secret words. So this is not my real wallet. I've just created this just to demonstrate to you. It gives me these 24 secret words. So you're going to want to keep this information secret on your real wallet. You're going to probably want to take maybe some pictures with your phone, put it in a safe place, print it out, write it down, whatever you have to do. You do not want to lose these words because these are the keys ultimately to your wallet. I'm going to click on continue and it's going to ask you for a secure password. So I'm going to enter a password. Click continue and it says great, you are ready to go. And then I can go to view my wallet. It's telling me my main net balance is 0. I have 0 because it's a brand new wallet obviously, but if I click on receive, it will give me the wallet address and then from here I can save this information. So I'm going to want to save it. This is the wallet address I'm going to need going forward. When I go into Telegram, I'm going to have to register this wallet address within the Whales server. Now I'm going to save this information, copy it. Just to simplify things too, on TONWHALES, they actually have a page here at tonwhales.com/docs/pool. Again, I'll put a link down below for your convenience. And it's just a summary of the instructions. So it's going to say how to use. So install any TON wallet and get the address of your wallet. Great, we just did that. And then you're going to have to sign up with the Telegram bot at WhalesPoolBot. And then without signing up, all your shares will be rejected. And then you're going to want to just be able to start and download the mining. So I'm going to go to my Telegram account. And in my Telegram account, once I joined and went for at WhalesPoolBot, it opened up, what can this bot do for you? And I just typed /start. And it says, hi, I am a TON mining pool bot. You can use me to register your wallet, I pool, make withdrawals, and check your balance. So from there, I just typed /register space withdrawals. And then I put in the name of my wallet. I actually put it in incorrect and it says entered incorrectly again. So I entered in the correct wallet. This is actually my correct wallet. It's obviously different from the one I just showed you before because this one I keep the key secret. And it says, congratulations, you can now use the Whales pool. So that's great. And then after that too, once I was mining for a little bit, actually I did it before that. I just typed /recent space withdrawals. And then it says you have no payouts. Okay. So I started doing some more mining and then I typed /balance. And then I can see your pool balance is this amount, the effective hash rate at 1 hour, effective hash rate at 24 hours. That gave me some good information. And then if I type /stats, it actually came up with this little dialogue within here. And it says your mining stats can be found here. It'll actually open up to the TONWHALES statistics server for where you're mining against. And I'll be showing that later in the video. And then you can always come in and just check /balance. And as it's progressing, making sure your balance is progressing as well. If I click onto, let me see, I just open it up, TONWHALES. This is actually the statistics. So the same way if I was using NICEHASH and I want to see how much Ethereum I'm mining, or if I was using Ethermine or Flexpool, I want to see how much Ethereum I'm mining. I would normally go to those mining pools and into my wallet and I'd be able to see that information. And this is how it appears using TONWHALES. So you'll see over a 24-hour period or a 60-minute period how much TON you're mining. This is what you need to know to be able to check and confirm that you're mining your TONCOIN, as well as going back to your Telegram wallet to make sure that you're seeing balance appear there, that your coins that you mine are actually coming back into your wallet so you'll be able to withdraw it in the future. As a GPU miner, making the highest mining revenue out of my graphic cards is one of my top priorities, and I've been doing that by primarily mining Ethereum for as long as I can remember. Although I'll sometimes mine some other altcoins to see speculative what they will happen, my primary mining income is coming from Ethereum mining. In order to maintain the highest mining revenue on my graphic cards, keeping an open mind for the opportunity to mine other coins besides Ethereum is very important, especially given that Ethereum is going to turn proof of stake at some point, or at least it's supposed to at some point in the near future. Now we have TONCOIN, and it looks very, very promising, and it has some very interesting features and aspects, especially because it's already a proof of stake coin. However, there was a certain amount of smart contracts created that temporarily allow us to mine it. It's not an unlimited supply, but it poses some interesting opportunities for me as a GPU miner. However, I'm grown very accustomed to mining Ethereum, and I want to continue mining it as long as I can while it's still proof of work. But what's great about the new LOLMiner is that it has the ability to do dual mining of Ethereum and TONCOIN in parallel at the same time. So I can now mine Ethereum and TONCOIN at the same time. And the best part is I can still maintain a very high proportionate ratio of the Ethereum mining compared to if I was just doing Ethereum mining alone. And now I have the additional opportunity to make even higher mining revenue by mining TONCOIN at the same time. What makes this super attractive is now I can do this on full hash and light hash rate cards. Looking at the GitHub site for LOLMiner, I see the latest version at the time of recording is version 1.44. And in this new version, there's some feature updates for the Ethereum and TONCOIN mining. There's some features and improvements here, and as well as there's some new features for like maximum dual impact and dual devices, which you can read about on their GitHub site, and it lets you kind of steer and determine which graphic cards are going to be involved in the dual mining, as well as there's some fixes listed here below too, especially for some of the different mining pools. I'm just going to go down to assets, and in assets I see LOLMiner version 1.44 underscore win64.zip. So I'm going to click to download this file. Once it's downloaded, I'm just going to open the folder, and I see the zip file is here. I'm just going to right click it and just extract all. Yes. And now I have a new folder here, which is LOLMiner version 1.44 win64. Let me go into it again, and wow, okay, I see a bunch of files here. These files primarily that are here, they're mostly batch files, and these are really templates, samples that we can use to quickly start mining, testing mining. There's mining for Beam, you'll see there's dual mining, Ethereum Flux, etc. But you can look at those, and those just give some good guidance as far as for template files. Now, the one thing I have noticed though too with the LOLMiner is their batch files tend to be overly complex and not very friendly to use. So I'm going to go to TONWHALES. So I'll look at dual mine ETH+TON TONWHALES. I'm just going to edit this file, and of course I'm going to get a warning. Run this anyway. This is their batch file, and their batch file has stuff to detect if the miner wasn't run, if not antivirus. It's more complicated than it needs to be. Instead of going through all that headache of trying to figure out how to modify their file to do what we need to do, we've created our own. This is my version of the batch file, which does dual mining of Ethereum and TONCOIN, and it's much simpler. It's much more straightforward and easier to adapt and modify. I'm going to be actually pasting this in the video description down below. If you want to look at it or use it, you're welcome to. It just specifies a few values, a few variables here, and then it runs the miner. So let's take a look at this. So I have my Ethereum wallet and pooling server. Here I'm setting two variables for the Ethereum pool and wallet. This would be, I'm currently set up to use FlexPool, and this is my FlexPool pooling server, as well as this is my FlexPool wallet. And beneath that is my TON pool, which I'm going to be using Whales TON pool, and my TON wallet. After that, it goes on to just go into the LOLMiner. -A is for Ethereum hash, just to mine Ethereum is our primary coin, our Ethereum mining pool. Dash is the dash pool. -U is the wallet, which is just going to be pointing back to the wallet. Dual TON tells it to, hey, we're going to be doing dual mining today. We're not just going to be mining a single coin. And then you have to specify the additional pool. For the dual pool is TON pool. For the dual user, it's just going to be the TON wallet. That's it. That's all you need. That's the very, very most basic, bare minimum batch file that you need. So we're going to be looking at adding some additional parameters for devices and overclocking shortly, but I just wanted to give you a very, very simple rundown of what the batch file looks like. Now, if you're not using FlexPool, maybe you're using Ethermine, just substitute the pool with the pool as well as the port number that you're using for Ethermine, as well as their wallet. Now, If you're a NICEHASH user, I'm only going to cover this because a lot of NICEHASH users ask me, you can actually do dual Ethereum and TON mining, but you can send the Ethereum portion only into your NICEHASH wallet. You'll be paid back in Bitcoin for it, but it's relevant. You can do this as a NICEHASH miner, but you're going to still be saying the TONCOIN is still going to be going to your Telegram wallet from there, but the Ethereum portion you can still send to your NICEHASH wallet. And you'd have to specify what would be the pool for NICEHASH as well as what is your wallet for the Ethereum. And that's pretty easy to do. If you're not familiar with a stratum server is a pooling server. And one thing that's great about NICEHASH is they have a list of different stratum servers, different pools. So for the different coins you're going to mine, they're going to give the algorithm as well as the location, and they're going to tell you what server to use. So for me, I'm going to be scrolling down until I see Dagger Hashimoto. That's for Ethereum. And then I'm just going to select my locations closest to me. So it's USA East. And with that done, I'm going to click generate the address, and it's going to generate an address for me. Stratum plus SSL, Stratum USA East NICEHASH. So I copy that, go back to my batch file, and I'm just going to modify this pool portion right here. I paste in the Stratum server, which is the NICEHASH pool. And now the only thing left for me to do is I have to change the wallet address because I need to use my NICEHASH wallet. And that's pretty easy to do because I can go back into NICEHASH. And let me go into NICEHASH and let's go to mining. If I open up the NICEHASH dashboard in the web, I can just go to my mining address and look, here's my wallet. Copy that. And I'm going to come back here and I'm just going to paste in my NICEHASH wallet. So I'm all set. And as long as I have my TONCOIN pool as well as the TONCOIN wallet set up, I should be all set to go. The only thing is since I'm not applying any overclocks yet, I'm not going to get optimal efficiency as well as the highest hash rate account for these cards. But I want to get this started just to make sure I have my connectivity running and everything's working okay. I just opened up MSI Afterburner. I wanted to show you the graphic cards that I'm using in my test computer for this demonstration today. My first card is an RTX 3080. It's a full hash card, but I'm going to be keeping this card disabled so it doesn't interfere with my test results, because while I'm recording, I get much lower hash rate as well as poor efficiency out of it. So the 3080 we're not going to be using in any of our testing today. The remaining two cards are both RTX 3070s. The first one is a full hash rate card, and the second one is a light hash rate card. So this way you'll be able to see a full hash rate 3070 as well as a light hash rate RTX 3070 and how well they perform in this dual mining. With that said, let me just close MSI Afterburner, and I am going to want to add one parameter into my batch file before I begin. On the last line where it's LOLMiner.exe -a is algorithm ETH#, I'm just going to add --devices. The first graphic card has an ID of 0, and then the second and the third is ID of 1 and 2. So I'm just going to add 1, 2. That'll tell the miner only run my RTX 3070 cards. This way we don't have any of the RTX 3080 interfering with it. Save it and close it up. I've created a shortcut on my desktop to the batch file so I can run it easy. When the miner starts, it's going to recognize my graphic cards and it's going to try to make connections to the Ethereum pooling server as well as the TON pooling server. Sometimes it may have to do multiple connect and reconnects depending upon the protocol, but ultimately you'll find it'll connect if you have the correct parameters set. And in my case, I've got a connection now for NICEHASH as well as for the TON pooling server. Now, this is what sets the LOLMiner apart from the other miners. LOLMiner will start going through a lot of automated calibration process. It will try to detect what are the LHR cards, what is the tuning it needs to be, what is the max speed of each graphic card in here. And then from that, it uses those metrics to define how much Ethereum versus how much TONCOIN it's going to be mining. It takes a longer process. So normally I'd be up and going with a T-Rex miner. Within a couple of minutes, I'll see some useful information. But with the LOLMiner, it definitely takes longer. Although I do see my first status message starting to come in. Now, if you're not familiar with the LOLMiner, it kind of breaks down the Ethereum portion I'm seeing in white, and these are the Ethereum metrics as far as what's the hash rate and performance. And in the light blue is the information for the TONCOIN. So I don't have any TON hash rate yet, but this is for this. And in the far right is the darker blue. That's more of the efficiency as the overclock settings that are being applied. But this is going to run for a few minutes before you start seeing useful information. You're going to see detected low hash rate. It thinks it's a LHR card and it's going to adapt it and it's going to pause the card. So again, just let it go through its calibration process, and hopefully within 5 minutes or so you should be up and running and have a better picture of how well it's going to be mining. I've let this run for a few minutes just to check my connectivity, and that all is running well. I'm getting some Ethereum as well as some TONCOIN. However, I'm not applying any overclock, so I'm going to get really poor mining results, as well as very poor efficiency, as I'm seeing even at the wall numbers. So I'm going to close down this miner, and we're going to open up our dialog on overclock settings. Now, going back to the LOLMiner GitHub site, there's a lot of useful documents they have. So in addition to be able to just download the miner, there's a wiki section. So if you click onto the wiki section, you'll see there's a lot of information here on basic info, extra parameters, different TON pools, split mining options, guide to configure dual mining, even multiple coins, including Ethereum and TON. And then there's one here, guide tuning dual for Ethereum, ETH, NICEHASH, and TON. So if I click on that one, it's going to give me some overclock settings. It's going to give some recommendations as well as even some warnings. Because if you're doing dual mining of Ethereum and TON, I guess we would use a lower core clock because Ethereum is a very high memory intense algorithm. However, TONCOIN is very core intensive. So you're going to generally want to apply more core clock or more power to it. You're going to want to make sure that your PSUs have more capacity to them because you're going to probably be using more wattage depending upon how you tune it. But if you go to this document on the GitHub page, they give some prescriptive guidance for different graphic cards, everything ranging from a lot of our full hash and LHR cards as well as even AMD cards, beginning with 1660 supers, scrolling all the way down to an RTX 3090 and all the cards in between. Some recommendations for the dual coin mining stuff for AMDs as well, but I'm only really going to be testing on NVIDIA cards today. So the cards that I'm going to be using, I'm really have my two RTX 3070s. So it's giving a recommendation of using a locked core clock of between 750 to 1500. And it's saying that's the guidance for the full hash as well as the LHR card. So I'm going to use values that I've used in the past, even with some of my other miners. So I'm going to probably pick something in the middle. I'm going to go with 1050 is going to be my setting. So it's pretty easy for me to apply. And that's one of the things that's nice is that there's some features for doing locked core clock right within the LOLMiner. Now, if I edit my batch file and we see we have all our information here, and the last one I'm going to want to add in just before the very end, watchdog. I'm going to want to add in here --CCLK, and I'm going to put in 1050, 1050. That's going to actually pass in a locked core clock of 1050 for both of these cards. Let me just save this, and that's how I'm able to specify a locked core clock using the miner itself. However, for me to specify a memory overclock, I'm going to have to use another tool like MSI, or even EVGA has a tool too. Although there's a parameter here for like a mem clock parameter, it's only to reduce the memory clock speed, not to increase it. So I'm going to be limited to having to do this kind of split between doing a locked core clock within the miner. And then I'm going to bring up MSI Afterburner. So for the first card here, I already have a preset. I have 1100 is what I'm going to be applying for my memory overclock. I didn't touch none of the other values. Still my power level. My power limit is 100% and no core clock offset. So I'm using just plus 1100 on memory. Apply it. And on my RTX 3070 light hash rate card, I'm going to be using plus 1250. Because I know with my light hash rate card and my previous testing results I've done on other miners, this seemed to be adequate for me to get up the additional memory overclock on this card because it wasn't constantly mining Ethereum, which is where you're going to be using the memory. Let me apply that. And with that said, I have my memory overclock set. So let me just save this down, close this, and we're all ready to start up our miner. With the overclocking applied, we're all set to start our batch file. So I am going to right click it. I'm going to select the Run as Administrator. Of course, I get always this warning prompt. And there we go. LOLMiner 1.44 started. I see both of my core clock locks are being applied up top for GPU 1 and GPU 2, as they should be. It recognized the stratum servers, so the pooling servers for my Ethereum as well as my TONCOIN mining. The DAGs are being built, and I see these red messages that there's defects on the verification. And that typically happens whenever I seem to be putting a memory overclock in place. And in this case, I have my overclock set. So often the first time it creates the DAG, it will fail and then it'll rebuild it. And I've always had it success on the second time repeating. But that's a built-in thing, and it just part of the, I guess, the upfront process with this miner is it's heavy compared to some of the other miners. It has to calibrate and just tune itself, and you have to be patient with it. So I see my first status message, and it looks like for Ethereum and TONCOIN, I am mining 0 shares on Ethereum and 0 on TON, as well as my power level limit is very, very low at this time. And it's going to take a little bit to ramp up, and hopefully we'll start getting some useful messages that give us some indicator of how well this is mining shortly. Okay, my fans are running fine at 65%. I see them, yes. So I think everything's running cool. Now we just have to kind of just sit back for a few minutes and be patient with it. As well as I see GPU DAG verification passed. That's in the center of the screen, almost in green. As well as you're going to see some orange messages, unexpected low hash rate. That's because it's identifying a LHR card, and it's going to pause it and stop it and pause it and start it. Okay, now I see 29.73 mega hash on my LHR card and 490 mega hash for TON mining on that same card. My power limit and my power consumption is still pretty low. But now I see this new column, LHR tune, and 0.0 indicates usually a full hash card, and auto or a non-auto value will be for the LHR card. GPU 2 measured GPU raw speed, so it says it can go 61.24 mega hash is its maximum if it wasn't an LHR card. So it's going to use that value as an indicator of how much it can mine Ethereum, and it's going to kind of try to calibrate that in with the values as it's tuning. So this is going to be running, and it's going to probably take a few minutes. Okay, now I see a useful one. I'm getting 44.6 mega hash on my full hash 3070 and 43.28. And I'm getting some TON on both of them, getting almost 1700 mega hash of TON mining. I'm seeing the power is going up now. I'm a little over 212 watts on the miner. And this seems to be doing well now. So, okay, I hit what is that? LHR semi-unlock. I guess that's detecting it's about to hit a LHR lock, so it's going to momentarily pause. Now we're getting some useful metrics. I'm going to let this run for a little bit because in my experience, it usually takes, I don't know, 5-10 minutes at least. So you start getting it stabilized and you're getting some consistent hash rate and something that's pretty stable and repeatable. So I'm going to let this run for a little bit, and we're going to come back when we have something more stable. I've let this run for almost 40 minutes, and I'm getting really good results. 59.45 mega hash on my RTX 3070 and 43.89 mega hash on my 3070 LHR for a total of 103.34, plus almost 2 gigahash of TONCOIN. And I'm seeing 269 watts on the miner. When I pause to look at the wall, it's showing me 293 watts. To 303, so almost 300 watts in total. And it's really good because it's pretty close to what I'm seeing. It's only about 25 watt difference in general. If I open up NICEHASH, I want to get an idea of how well it's mining. So I want to see my mining revenue. And you'll notice that I now have some hash rate coming in here. So you see that I have an unmanaged rig because it's not natively run from NICEHASH. However, NICEHASH still recognizes it. So you see the ETH+TON, it's showing up as unmanaged as my rig. And if I expand into this, let's just go into the rig details. I see some hash rate starting to come in, although it's still showing a little bit lower. It's just starting up, so that's doing really good. And if I flip on now over to see how I'm mining on my TON. So if I go to TONWHALES and if I put in my wallet address here, it's showing me how many accepted shares as well as what's the hash rate. Looks a little bit low. I'm only seeing 1.37 on the miner. Overall, at least the main thing is I'm seeing I have some shares being accepted into there, and over time it should ramp up to become almost that 2 full gigahash that I'm seeing within the miner. Moving on, if we jump over to look at how our TONCOIN prices is, it's currently showing at about 272. If I look at it for a 1-month horizon, I see it ranging from 270s to 260. So it seems pretty consistent for about the last 2 weeks, which is great considering that a lot of people have been looking to try to start moving on to mining on the TONCOIN. Now, when I jump over to what to mine, I've pre-entered some values in here for my Ethereum hash rate. And this would be as if I was just mining Ethereum solo. So I was getting about 107.5 mega hash for both of these cards using the T-Rex miner, and I was getting about 228 watts on the miner, which gave me really, really great results. But if I want to use that as a comparison to see how does that stack up against me doing dual mining of Ethereum and TON, so I pre-plugged in these values, and using these values of 107.5 mega hash as well as 228, I see that I am getting $3.96 if I was mining would be my net after electricity if I was mining on a pool for Ethereum, as well as $3.80 is what I would be making if I was mining this on NICEHASH. So I at least wanted to get an idea of if I was just doing pure Ethereum mining of these cards, what would my revenue be after electricity costs? Then I went over to do another what to mine session, except this time I put in the 103.5 mega hash that we were seeing using the dual mining of Ethereum and TON mining, as well as I've used the wattage I estimated for the Ethereum and TON mining itself too, just not the TON portion. I just gave it a rough estimate of about 225. From those values alone, I can calculate and I can see I've got about $3.79. So it's a little bit lower when I'm doing a pool mining. And my NICEHASH is $3.65. So it's a little bit lower. I'm losing a few mega hash. However, now if I go over to compare the two, I mean, I can see some difference. Let's actually get an accurate number with this. So going over to what to mine, I can also plug in the hash rate that I would get for TONCOIN. So I'm going to use 2 gigahash. So using 2 gigahash, and I'm going to give it a 55 watts. And based on that, it's saying I'm going to be making 95 cents a day for it, or 93 cents a day. So that at least gives me some indicator of the profitability. I want to go one step further, and I'm going to plug these into my spreadsheet. So with these values all plugged into my spreadsheet, if I was doing pure pool mining for Ethereum, I would be making $3.95 with these cards. And NICEHASH, I make $3.80. However, when doing dual of Ethereum and TONCOIN, I can see how much I'm making on Ethereum and the TONCOIN. For the little bit of Ethereum I'm losing, I'm gaining a decent portion of TONCOIN. So I'm looking at $3.95 versus $4.72 a day, or $3.80 versus $4.50 a day. So adding between pool, even NICEHASH, they're both showing me I'm 119 to 121%. So it seems to be a 20% gain at this time if you're doing the dual mining of Ethereum and TONCOIN. However, this is just summary results. They do not include any exchange or transaction fees. One final point I want to make about the overclock settings with dual coin mining of Ethereum and TONCOIN is there's no ideal or perfect overclock settings. It's really ranges that work effectively. See, if I boost my core clock up a little bit higher, I'll usually get more TONCOIN, but still maintain the same amount of Ethereum. If I reduce the core clock a little bit, I'll sometimes get a little bit less Ethereum, but I'll definitely get less TONCOIN. Depending upon your rig and your ability of your power supply and how well your thermals are on your graphic card and even your mining environment in general will depend on how you want to tune your graphic cards. What works great for me may not work great for you and vice versa. We're going to be doing some more tests in the future on our full hash as well as LHR cards. So if you haven't already subscribed, definitely smash down on the subscribe button to be notified of future video updates about the dual mining as well as showing your support for our channel. It really means a lot. We're working hard to try to bring you a lot of information and save you a lot of time and energy and hopefully increase your mining profits going forward too. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up, smash down on that subscribe button if you haven't already. We welcome all your questions and comments. Please put them down below. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video. Happy mining!